Hey, good morning, everyone. Welcome to another Saturday episode of whatever the hell it is we really talk about. Just a Saturday get together discussion on the hobby, 1/6 scale collecting, the comics, movies, television shows, all in regards to pretty much our hobby. And it's your show, as you guys know. I kind of control the show, but you're welcome to communicate amongst each other as you do always every week. And I appreciate every one of you and love every one of you. And thank you very much for tuning in. And hello and welcome for another Saturday. So we're going to go over rescue. Um, I don't know how much time we have. I've got a lot of things going on. I got a couple more boxes to open up that came in this week. I don't even know what they are. And talk about the movies and the shows. What If was very interesting. The What If series, if you've been following that on Disney Plus. If you haven't subscribed to Disney Plus, you're really missing out. There's a whole slew of Marvel and Star Wars shows that are really worth watching on the Disney Plus program. And I'm not an affiliate of Disney Plus. I'm not getting paid by Disney Plus for telling you this. I'm a fan, and I'm sharing with you that you're really missing out if you're not taking advantage of grabbing the Disney Plus. The What If this week was really interesting. I don't know, but I had this feeling that it's a continuation that might be the last one for the year. And if that's the case, that sucks. Um, 'Cause that means I have to wait 10 months until the next one. I'm not ready for that. I would like to see them last longer than 8 episodes, but it was really interesting. If you haven't seen it, um, if you're familiar with the What If series, they're hosted by the Watcher, and he more or less takes you on a path through multiple timelines and universes in regards to what if such and such happened. What if so and so happened? What if Spider-Man didn't get bit by the radioactive spider? What would happen? And so in this one, it's really a Watcher episode, kind of. And it's really an interesting episode. It's not the best one, but certainly not the worst one, but a very interesting one. Very interesting one. And it sets up, I'm pretty sure it's to be continued the way it ended. So, really looking forward to that. I started watching Aquaman. Now, I seen Aquaman in the theaters when it came out, and whenever that was, 2016, 2017, I don't remember. So, I'm watching it again, and this time I'm really paying attention to it. Evidently, I didn't pay much attention to it when I was in the theaters, it seems, because I'm like, wow, I don't remember that. Wow, I don't remember that. So I don't know what that's all about. But I didn't get all the way through it because time constraints, etc. But I will continue watching that, and I'll be able to talk about that next week. I went to the movies, and I saw 2 movies at the theaters. I saw Shang-Chi, however you say that. Maybe I'm saying that wrong. Shang-Chi? Shang-Chi? And Venom, Let There Be Carnage. So I don't want to talk about Venom because it just came out, and I want you all to have an opportunity to go see it. I will give you a review for that. I want to talk about Shang-Chi first. I thought that was well done. So it definitely had a very strong Asian influence in the storytelling and in the entire process of the movie, which was nice. They did a great job of cleaning up Ben Kingsley's Iron Man 3, The Mandarin. And I was really pleased with how they handled that. I was really pleased with that. Ben Kingsley was one of my wife's favorite actors. She had met Ben Kingsley, and he was one of her favorite actors. And so she was really disappointed the way he got treated, more or less, in regards to that Iron Man 3 movie, just kind of dismissing him as though he was a joke, more or less. And she really enjoyed him. She always thought he was a really great actor. And so she really would have enjoyed how they cleaned up that entire mess with Iron Man 3 and the Mandarin, and how they ran that whole thing. So I think it was a great movie. There was a slow part in it. Again, it had a lot of family story in it, and you can expect that in that type of a genre of movie. So be prepared for that. But when it got down to the action was well. It seemed to be choreographed pretty good. Um, the story was believable. You know, if you can put anything under the term believable in this fantasy world that we um, entertain ourselves with. So, in that regards, I didn't feel this was so fantastical that it was unbelievable. Even though it was a fantastical movie, it was kept kind of believable. If that makes any sense whatsoever. I just think that they did a good job with it and the subject, and they've brought um, uh, more of the whole realm of everything together. Okay, so it's a good movie. If you don't want to go to the theater to watch it, definitely watch it. And um, it's a standalone, I guess, unless you really are really interested in understanding what happened with the Mandarin. But the Ten Rings was also a very important piece throughout the whole Marvel universe, and we've seen Ten Rings in Ant Man, and we've seen the Ten Rings in. There was another movie I thought that they made a Ten Rings reference, so it wasn't just Iron Man 3 that the Ten Rings existed in. The Ten Rings are influenced in the whole Marvel Cinematic Universe. So I enjoyed the movie. Go see it. You know, it wasn't a bad movie. It was a good movie. So it was well worth going and seeing, or at least waiting and catching it on the stream if you don't want to go out for COVID. Venom. So I'm going to give you a review of Venom. I don't want to talk about Venom, so no spoilers. Okay. If you guys want to talk about Shang-Chi, we can do that because it's been out for I think a couple of weeks. So if you were going to go see it, you know, I suppose we can talk about that, but I don't want to reveal any spoilers on Venom. Now, having said that, Venom deserved more screen time. And I don't mean the character, I mean the movie. 1.5 hour movie. In the days when they're making 2+ hour movies, they really could have stretched out and told more story than they did. And I really feel cheated in that regards. But, and I hate to say this, it had a lot to be left to be desired for. So it could have been better. It could have been written better. They had Woody Harrelson, and he could have been directed better. Um, it was a good movie, all right? It wasn't a great movie. So, but there were some very funny moments in the movie. There were some moments that Marvel fans would absolutely eat up, be very pleased to see them on screen. Venom is an absolute insane character, and they did a great job with the Venom symbiote in that regards. Tom Hardy, that's his name, right? He really put a lot of himself into this movie. I'm talking about he really worked on this movie, and so he believes in this, and I'm happy to see that, which is encouraging to think that there's going to be more films, if that makes sense. Venom was referring to himself as the Lethal Protector. If you remember that from the comics, that was several of his comic lines, the Lethal Protector, because Venom always thought he was kind of a good guy when he was an anti-hero or a bad guy, really. He was a monster, more or less. Um, and they did a good job in regards to telling some of that story. But they really could have done a better job with Woody Harrelson. They really could have directed him better. And he's a good actor, okay? I'm not saying that Harrelson didn't do his job. What I'm saying is that the directors didn't work him properly, if that makes any sense. And there were some moments in the movies where Venom was indecipherable or unintelligible, where literally he would mumble something, and I was like, "What the hell did he just say?" So there were some key moments in the movie, or I had no idea what the hell Venom had said, specifically when he was commenting on Carnage being a red symbiote. I really don't know what he meant. I had no idea. It's like, "Where's the red one?" What? Okay, I get that he's a red one, and that's bad. I think that's what you said, but I don't know what it was. So there were some very nice moments in the movie, very funny moments in the movie, some very unexpected moments in the movie, and the after credit scene. If you do nothing to watch this movie at all, you better be there for the after credit scene. If you are sitting through the theater and you're thinking, "God, I don't even want to watch the rest of this movie," it wasn't that bad. Okay, trust me, it wasn't walkout worthy. All right, so enjoy the film, or wait for it to come to stream, or whatever it is that you're planning on doing. But by golly, watch the end credits scene. I'm very serious. I can't be more serious about anything at this point than to tell you, watch the end credit scene. If somebody's already gone on YouTube and ruined that for you, I damn them straight to hell. Okay, there's no need to let anybody know what the end credit scene is until you're in the theater and you see it for the first time. Don't be tempted to watch any end credits trailer spoofs or parodies or reveals or comments or secrets revealed or what it really means. Go see it in the theater. And if you don't feel like going to the theater or can't get into the theater for wherever you happen to be living right now, might be under restrictions for that, wait for it for streaming. And if you don't want to watch any of the movie, watch the end credits scene. I'm very serious about that. Dead serious. I can't be more serious than to tell you, watch the end credits scene of Venom, Let There Be Carnage. Period. So that's the movies and TV shows. I've got James Bond scheduled to watch next week on next Wednesday or Thursday. I forget what day that is. For whatever that is, Daniel Craig's last James Bond. Now, let's talk about Hot Toys 500 and excuse me fucking what dollars Carnage figure? Hot Toys, have you lost your damn mind? $500. $510, I'm sorry. What? Yeah. He's 43 centimeters tall, so essentially that's 33 centimeters is 12 inches or standard height for a 1/6 scale collectible figure. So it's an additional 10 centimeters, which is essentially not quite 1/3, which is 4 inches. So 4 inches. So he's 16 inches tall. So now we're at the height of Hulk, of the Igor, of I think Thanos is 16 inches tall. So yeah, he's a tall figure. He's a plastic figure. And if they make him anything like they did this Venom pool with this little plastic rubber loose fitting baloney thing on top of a different figure instead of casting him, then that's going to be a complete boo on them. $510? Now, okay, yeah, you're right. You can get the $445 version, which doesn't come with the Venom bust and the Eddie Brock head transforming into Venom, if you don't want that piece. So you can get just Carnage for $445, and that's the only difference between that and the deluxe is it comes with the Venom bust with an Eddie Brock head half turning into Venom, which can be put onto the Hot Toys Venom when that comes out. And vice versa, you can take the Venom figures from the Hot Toys and put them onto the bust, if you wish. $510? Yes, yes. I paid for it. I bought it. I did. I swear to God, I did. I promised you all I would buy whatever bullshit Spider-Man shit that they make. I will. I swear to God, I will. $510. Oh my God. It's a plastic figure. On the other side of the coin, we do have the Silver Centurion Mark 33 die-cast assemble suit. I don't know if that means there's going to be a 33 die-cast or not. What it looks like to me is they've taken the Mark 41, like I've seen many customizers do, and they've always done a really good job on it, and just essentially assembled the 33 pieces on the outside of that. I've seen them do that with several figures, and it always looks really nice and neat when they do that. And then it really appears that that's what they've done. Someplace along the line, there's some die cast in it. I ordered that. You better believe I ordered that. And I'm hoping, because one of the things that I told you guys is that the two main figures that make up the rest of the House Party Protocol, I guess is what we call, from suits 8 to 42, is the Mark 7 and the Mark 33. The third main figure is Mark 17 Heartbreaker. And then I'd have to say the Mark 22 or Iron Patriot. And then the final one would have to be Shotgun. Those are the figures, for the most part, that make up all the assemblage of all the others. Yeah, there's pieces of 25 in several of them. There's pieces of 35 in several of them. But 7, 33, 17. So we got the 7 die cast. They're making a 33 die cast. I'm not sure what all pieces of it are die cast. But I'm hoping now that we're going to get the rest of the House Party Protocol. I'm literally hoping that the reason they stopped making the House Party Protocol after showcasing the Mark 28 Jack in the background of, I forget which one it was. I think it was the Blue Steel. I don't remember which was the one that had the 28 Jack behind it and not releasing it, was because they decided to go die-cast on it. It's what I'm really hoping. So that's good in that regards. And for the most part, I think that's all the real news I've got. I'm sure you guys have got a lot more news. Let's check in on the chat over here and see what you all have been talking about while I've been running my mouth. Let me close all these little notifications that pop up. I'm on Google all day long, signed in, Google all day long. I get on this laptop, signed in, same Google, and it decides it wants to give me notifications that I've already gone through. Tom Alfie, how you doing, man? Jake, good morning. Daggerancis, can't type a lot as I'm driving to get some debt. Whoa! But I'm going to enjoy the show. Yeah, you'll enjoy those Detolfs. Take your time. On those Detolfs, please, do not tighten the screws too much on the top, okay? What you want to make sure that you do when you put that together, if you've never put one together before, you want to make sure that the glass and the metal bars are not bowed in any capacity. There's nothing stopping you from tightening the snot out of that, all right? And if you tighten it too much and you bow that glass will shatter, all right? And you might get hurt. So tighten it enough that you can see that there's still a straight line from top to bottom between that glass and that metal rod that you use to assemble the Detolf with. That's my advice to you on that. Take your time. Also, I'm going to advise you, before you do anything, get a drill. Get a drill bit with I don't know, maybe the size of your thumb, and drill the hole out either at the top that they already have up there, or drill one out through the bottom so you can run lights through there. They sell a lot of lights at IKEA, the LED lights that work. I use these I use these Ledbergs. 2700 Kelvin, the white ones. They make a couple different kind. They keep changing them for whatever reason. But you've got to get this piece through the hole, all right, to be able to plug them in. So the hole's got to be big enough for that to slide through there. So if you don't have that, you're not going to be doing it. And you certainly don't want to be drilling holes in your detolf after you've assembled it. So before you assemble anything, take either the top, which already has a hole in it, and drill a hole in it, or the bottom, wherever you want to run your wires, so that even if you're not running lights today, you can run lights when you're ready. All right? Just do that. Take your drill bit and drill the hole out, either through the top, which already has a hole, or the bottom. And these are these are the ones that I use. If you want to know which ones I recommend. And there's many. However you want to do it. There's lots of ways of lighting it up. That's what I do. If you're going to IKEA to get your deck off, might as well pick those up. They're there. Go with them. Let's see. CBS Sci-Fi, I am well. Thank you. Got my Mark 47 last week. Oh, yeah. Don't know why it took me this long to pull the trigger on getting this. It's a nice one. A little disappointed. The chest plate is loose. Oh, no. Oh, no. Phoenix, how you doing? I love that they give us a USB power for all the lights this time. I like the new Mark 1. Hope they try the induction at some point to power up all the lights. I would love if one of you geniuses would find a way of converting our existing units into a type of induction or near field technology of powering that all up. Holy smokes, I've seen things that do that. So like there's this I don't know, it's like this backdrop you can put back there, and you can get these little lights that'll light up if they're in there, and so we just need to be able to increase that field to be able to power the suit, because evidently you got to be really close to this and it's just not enough. But we're in there, we're knocking on the door of that. We're knocking on the door of that. If I can send a Bluetooth signal from my computer to my headset, or from my cell phone to my Ring through Bluetooth or whatever, however that's working. Come on. We should be able to find a way of powering up these lights, if only for just a few minutes. Just to turn them on, just to enjoy them and turn them off. I would like to see one of you geniuses figure that out. Iron Man looks so much less toyish with all the lights on. They look amazing. We're going to light her up today. So that's what my plan is. Damon, how you doing? When it comes to the Dune, IMAX or bust, is Dune out now? Is Dune out right now? I remember seeing the original Dune in theaters, and I never read the books, and I was young, and I didn't. It was an exciting movie, and I didn't quite understand what the hell all was going on. I hope they're able to tell the story better this time. And what everyone told me then was, well, the reason you didn't understand it is because there's a whole lot of the story they didn't tell. And they just kind of jumped right into the middle and said, here you go, and expected you to know what was going on. And I don't know. I've never seen it as an adult. So I couldn't tell you. I never went back to see it. I never revisited the original Dune. And now I'm wondering whether I should before watching the new Dune, or just go into the new Dune with absolutely no preconceived ideas from the original Dune. I don't know. Maybe you guys can give me some advice on that. Jonas Band Mark 47 is a real special. It is. I even love him more than a Mark 46, which is the same figure, just different paint scheme. And the color scheme is cool. He's got that Ultimate Iron Man appearance. And it's nice. Anytime you get the Iron Man different than the red and gold, it's neat. Like Rescue here. It's just a neat figure. But for Collectors that are just looking for one or two pieces to represent an entire line of characters, sometimes they're going to stick with your standard red and gold Iron Man, red and blue Spider-Man, a specific Batman to fit that. They're not going to get the Nightmare Batman, for instance, or the Joker Batman, or the Iron Armored Batman, or whatever it was. They're not going to get that because they're representing just a Michael Keaton or a Nolan or an Affleck or whatever Batman. That's all they want. They just want a regular Batman to fit that. And so that's where these pieces, these different colored pieces, fall short to the collectors that have various pieces in their collection. Where mine, to some degree, is limited to certain lines and franchises or ideas, more or less. There are some people that collect different pieces from multiple franchises or multiple lines because those are what make them happy. And that's the beautiful thing about this. Collect what makes you happy. You don't collect something else because somebody said, oh, you got to go buy a Mark 7. Why? I don't own any Iron Man, and I don't like Iron Man. Perish thought. So why do I got to waste my money on a Mark 7? Oh, because it's a great figure. And it is a great figure. But no, I can see how someone could say, yeah, I have no interest in Iron Man. It's not going to happen. So same thing with anything else. Don't buy something just because somebody tells you to go buy it because it's a great figure. Because if you have no connection to it, none, you're going to look at that figure and you're going to say, why the hell did I just spend $510 on it thinking I was going to turn $1 on it? Somebody commented recently stating that they would never open up their Hot Toys or whatever if they were to collect these figures because they would imagine that they would be worth more in the box. Most of you collectors know that that's obviously not the case. Yeah, there is every now and again a very rare occurrence when Hela or the original release of the Mark 47 or the Mark 3 Secret Project, that, yeah, granted, kind of maybe if it was still in the box, it might be worth more. Mark 3 probably not because the batteries would have rotted the gosh darn thing to pieces. But Hela, man, when she was hitting what, $400, $500, $600 for a figure that was originally sold for $200, yeah, that would be like the one. And then they re-released her. So, did they re-release her, or did I have to chase one down and pay the big money on it? I don't think they re-released her. I think I had to chase one down and pay the big money on it because I sold mine originally. But they did re-release the Mark 47 that at one point was selling for $800 for a $300 figure. And the batteries weren't in that one, so it wasn't in a case of that destroying it. But here's the thing. Hot Toys doesn't deliver perfect figures the majority of the time. Okay, I wouldn't say the majority of the time. I would say there are many times that Hot Toys delivers figures that are damaged or have a problem with them that need to be addressed. And if you're not the original purchaser of that product from the store as brand new and report it within 30 days, you're not getting any warranty on that. So if you chase down a figure that's, gosh, even a year old that somebody bought, kept in a box, never opened it, and it happens to be damaged, oh well. So first off, you paid more for it because it's never open, because that's what you wanted to do. And then the arms aren't damaged and it won't light up, or the head's damaged and it doesn't light up, or the arm's even broken, or the screws are screwed in too tight and the joints are even smashed together, or the pieces aren't even in there, or they put a piece of glue on something and it just damaged it, or the sleeves have come apart and they're all fraying out on that, or the arm just falls out of the socket, or you can't screw the articulated pose into the stand, and so any number of things could go wrong with your Hot Toys figure. And if you bought one brand new that's never been opened in the box, buddy, you're stuck with what you got. No one to complain to or anything. You're going to have to start repairing it on your own. Thank God for super glue. That's all I got to say. in that regards. So no, I don't think for one second that it's advisable to spend $510 on a Carnage figure, keep them in the box, and hope that you're going to turn around and sell them in 10 years and make a profit off it. Take that $510, put it into a stock or cryptocurrency or some other bond or something gold. Put it into anything. And I can probably guarantee you that you will make more money on your $510 in 10 years by putting it in some other type of investment than putting it into a Hot Toys. We collect these because we want the toys. We collect these because we want to display them and play with them and have them and enjoy them. And if they make us a buck, hey, they make us a buck. But you know what? The majority of them aren't ever going to make you a dollar. They're not. It's not going to happen. You know? It's our fun. It's our fun. It's your way of finding peace and collecting and enjoying something in a nice community. But no, I do not recommend. Open your figures and play with them. Have fun. That's all I got to say. That's all I got to say. Willie, good morning. How you doing? Dune is scheduled for October 22nd. Okay, beautiful. And that's a good call to find it on IMAX. The first one was very cinematic. And so I'm hoping that they're making this one cinematic as well. Minimaker, how you doing? Good morning, Martin. Happy Saturday, Robert. Happy Saturday. It's our fun. It's our fun. You know, when I was growing up, the adults smoked cigarettes, drank liquor, caroused, raced cars, did those kinds of things for fun. The government's taken away race cars from us in some states. Can't race cars anymore in some states. We've realized now that cigarettes are killing us. So there are people that don't smoke like everyone did when I was growing up. Every adult that I knew, every one of them smoked. Everybody when I was growing up, all the adults smoked. People have become sensible with alcohol now. They don't necessarily drink to stupid. There's always those people that are going to abuse the legal drug of alcohol. Some of them just can't control it. But it poured freely, more or less. Everybody drank, everyone smoked, for the most part. And that's where we spend our money on, were those types of things. And, because a lot of people, in my opinion, aren't spending money on these evils anymore. We're spending our money on these evils now. I don't smoke, I don't drink, I don't have a 200-pound dog that I have to feed, I don't have a race car that I'm out there rebuilding the engine on every weekend. And this is my toys. My toys, literally. These are my toys. My dolls, my figures, my collectibles, right? And I hate the term that they use, collectible, in these. It's like there was a company that used to sell dinner plates that would have a painting on them of, for instance, Graceland or Elvis Presley. Okay. And every one of them was a limited edition collectible that they didn't release the edition size on. And they could produce them for 20 freaking years. And we see that sometimes with this. So to try to use this as a wise investment, I'm gonna tell you right now, don't Don't fool yourself. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. And think twice about $510 on a Carnage figure. Yes, I bought mine. $510. You fucking kidding me? Jesus. Hot Toys have lost their damn minds. Bond comes out October the 8th, and I think I've got a ticket for October 7th. So Bond's next week. And I think I've got a Wednesday showing on that, an early showing. And I seen Venom on. I saw Shang-Chi on Sunday. I saw Venom on Thursday. And I think that was the first day for Venom. I don't remember. And the theater was only 25% full. And that was sad. But it was full of fans. So that was nice. James Bond Theater, when I bought my ticket the same day I bought Venom, half the theater was already sold out. And the movie's not even out for another week. So everyone's looking forward to this James Bond movie. And I've not been paying much attention to James Bond. So now I'm wondering if I need to watch at least the Daniel Craig episodes. Because I need to find out probably what the hell's going on before this one to know what's going on with Daniel Craig. I think I watched his first one, Casino Royale, I think was his first one. And I don't remember if I watched any of the other James Bond movies. So I probably need to watch at least the last one before this one. And again, this is Daniel Craig's last James Bond movie. And I don't know if they've announced who the new James Bond is or what they're doing here. This movie's been in the can for 2 years. They finished production on it and everything in 2019. So it's been sitting cold for 2 years. So hopefully it still applies. Hopefully they're not trying to teach us a lesson, which seemed to be the popular thing around that time frame. Hopefully they weren't trying to change Ian Fleming's creation and make him into something that Ian Fleming never dreamt of. So that's my fear on James Bond. First batch sold out in Hong Kong, but second batch is coming in November to December. First batch of what, Loco? I am well, brother. Sorry. Ready for Bond. I am ready for Bond. You saw Venom. I did see Venom. The Venom figure. First batch of Venom figures out. Have you seen it, Loco? Has anyone seen it? And is it the same bullshit they did with Venom Pool? Because if it is, I'm gonna be very angry. Very angry. And yeah, I did see Venom. I talked about it at the beginning of the cast here of the show, and I'll say it's. I'm glad I saw it. It was a good movie. It wasn't a great movie. They did a good job of the symbiote. There were some times when Venom was unintelligible, but the absolute most important thing I must tell you about Venom is don't watch any spoilers about the end credit scenes. If anybody tells you, oh, let's break down the end credit scene of Venom. Let's talk about what you didn't see in the end credit scene of Venom. Let's explain to you what happened on the end credit scene of Venom. Let's show you the end credit scene of Venom. Don't watch it. Go to the movie and enjoy it, or wait for it to come to streaming and watch it there, or whatever your plan is. But you have to. If you fall asleep through the movie, which I wouldn't say would happen with Venom, I would say there was a real slow part in Shang-Chi, 10 Rings. But I don't think you'll fall asleep in Venom. But if you fall asleep in Venom, make sure somebody nudges you to watch the end credits scene. That's all I'm going to say. I'm going to ask you, please, don't reveal any spoilers on that, because the movie just came out. Just came out this weekend. So please don't reveal any spoilers about Venom. Please. I don't want to ruin it for anybody. And there were some very funny moments in it. And Woody Harrelson Could have been directed better. He's a great actor, and we all know what he's capable of. We've seen some of his amazing work, and what he's touched in the first place. So, he would have been able to play Cletus Cassidy so much better. And the movie should have been longer. There should have been more story. They could have told a hell of a lot more story than they did. So, and it was just sophomorish. It just felt like as if somebody said, "We got a Venom movie we need to have done. Have you done any movies? Yeah, I did one. Okay, well you can do this one." It really deserved more than what it got. So, in regards to that, it could have been better. There were moments. There was actually a moment where the computer-generated Venom was unbelievable. It's like, really? So we've gone to this. You couldn't take 30 more minutes or whatever to draw that right. I was watching this one scene and I was like, oh God, that's terrible. And it's like, oh, come on now. Most of the movie is CG, for real. Come on, Venom's not real. All right. And so there's just this one part where they just totally blew it. And I'm like, oh God, come on. We're beyond that, especially when the whole movie's CG, right? Jeez. It was messy. Somebody totally just, I don't know. Somebody just said, fuck it, just throw it out there. We're not done screwing with that. And I was just really disappointed with that scene. So, and there was a scene that I kind of thought was a little patronizing and unnecessary. That's all I can say about that. It was patronizing and unnecessary. It was a nice scene. It was cute, but it was patronizing and unnecessary. And it took up probably 10 minutes of the movie. And the movie's only an hour and a half long during the times when they're making 2-hour movies. So that's that. Any good trailers? Oh my God. All the movies that are coming out in the next couple of months. Where do you start? Where do you start? Spider-Man, Eternals, Dune, James Bond. What else we got coming? I couldn't even tell you all of the ones that were. There's a lot of movies all of a sudden that are just like, God, I've got to see that one. I got to see this one. I got to see that one. I got to see this one. I got to see that one. I got to see this one. It's amazing. Absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. The quality of movies, in my opinion, that are coming out right now, right before this end. And I'm really looking forward to all of them. So, and normally the trailers and the commercials and everything that they run are about 20 minutes long. So, for instance, if they say the movie starts at 10:15, the movie doesn't start until actually 10:35. You got 20 minutes of stuff that they're going to throw at you for when that time the movie actually starts. Venom had 30 minutes commercials and trailers. So I was like, wow. So I don't know why. I don't know if it's because, they book their movies around a 2-hour movie or something, and this again only an hour and a half movie, so they decided to pump up more trailers and stuff. Or maybe that was how they're making more money on the movie or something, because like I said, there wasn't that many people in the theater. Maybe the least amount of tickets that are sold determines how many commercials and trailers you got to sit through. I don't know. I really don't know. It's interesting and something to think about and look into, maybe to find out how do they determine what trailers and how long and how many commercials you're going to put in, how many Coca-Cola commercials and M&M commercials do I have to watch? Turn off your cell phone commercials. How many of these commercials do I have to watch before the movie starts, and why? And why this one and not that one? It's a good question. USA said it was the most likely to get Venom around Christmas time. All right, that means I'll get mine at Easter. that female symbiote to the same chick from Bond, Miss Moneypenny. You talking about the in Venom movie? Um, I don't know if it's the same one as Bond's Moneypenny. I don't think I saw the last Bond movie. Uh, and I think I know who you're talking about. And I don't want to comment beyond that because I don't want to give away any spoilers. But IMDb it to see if it's the same character. I don't know. I know who you're talking about. But I don't want to give away any spoilers as the movie's only like 3 days old. So go see the movie. If you're a Venom fan, if you're a Carnage fan, I can't imagine why you wouldn't go see this movie. You've been begging for a freaking Carnage movie for 20 years. And I like Carnage. I mean, when Carnage came out in episode comic issue number 361 is the one he's credited with, but I think it was actually 359 was actually the real introduction of Carnage when the seed was dripped off of the bars when Venom broke out of the jail. So we've been waiting for him for a very long time. We're talking like the early 90s. We've been waiting for a Carnage. And so now we got Carnage, and Woody Harrelson plays him. And Woody Harrelson's a great lunatic. And of course, those of us who are familiar with Carnage know that Cletus Cassidy is a frickin' homicidal maniac. I wouldn't know if I'd call him a sociopath. No, maybe I would call him a sociopath. I would guess I would say he's a sociopathic, homicidal, maniacal serial killer. I would be Cletus Cassidy. And so Carnage is all that. And Carnage lasted quite a while in the comics. Hell, they may still be making a Carnage comic. I have no idea. I've not kept track. But Carnage was very popular. So if you're a Carnage fan, I have no idea why you wouldn't be going to see this Venom movie. If you're a Venom fan, I can't imagine why you wouldn't be going to see this movie. If you're a Spider-Man fan, you probably should be going to see this movie. That's what I'll say. If you're a Marvel fan in general, it's up to you. If you don't care for the Venom franchise or Spider-Man or whatever, then you're not going to care for it. You're not going to care for it. It's really a fan movie. Really. So I'm glad they made it. And Tom Hardy's his name, right? He's put a lot of money into it. The actor who's played Venom, he's produced this. His money went back into it. So he's put his neck on the line for this movie. I want to see Batman, Spidey 2, Stop Talking, Who Win a Fight, Chipmunk or Squirrel, Stop Talking. How much wood would a chipmunk could a chuck wood? Oh my God, you're terrible. I ordered the Venom. I did. Venom, I think he was pushing $400, wasn't he? And I was literally, it was right after the Venom pool came out. And I was like, if this comes out with this same garbage, I'm going to be mad. And so I'm assuming then she's going to be Moneypenny in this movie next week, right? Robert, I'm not going to answer that question about how many symbiotes there are in the movie. I'm not going to say that. In the comics, originally, there was Venom, and then Carnage was the first seed. When they discovered the seeds that Venom was carrying, the Life Foundation captured Venom and extracted another 6 seeds from him. I think it was 6 seeds. And of course, the problem was finding host bodies to mentally bond that were compatible with the symbiote. And they kind of threw that into the first movie. So the problem that we Venom fans had was, first off, they've retold the Venom story so many times. So from the original Venom story to, I don't even know what the current Venom story is besides the movie, whether he was brought back on a spaceship by um, Jameson's son, or whether he was really from the Secret Wars, and Deadpool was the one that encountered him first, and that's what touched him, or what. But so originally there was seven symbiotes, including eight symbiotes from the six that the Life Foundations were able to extract from Venom, and then Carnage. So originally there were eight symbiotes, and I don't know what that number turned into. Of course, we found an entire planet of them, and that was also discussed in the first movie. And so the problem that we had, or I had specifically about the first movie, was it didn't follow any storyline that we were familiar with. There was no Peter Parker for the most part. There was no Spider-Man melding for the most part. There was no white spider on his chest because he was the black suited Spider-Man. None of that was discussed. There was mention of uh, Eddie having a job and getting fired from it in New York, working with or for Jameson. So there was that. But um, that was really the only tie-in to the original Venom movie that had come out. And so there was a lot of conflict and a lot of question. How are they going to integrate this with Tom Holland? Are they going to integrate this with Tom Holland? Is there going to be a Spider-Man story beyond this? How come there is no Spider-Man story? How can there be a Venom without a Spider-Man? Da 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 da. And so that puts us into the second movie of where we are. And um, I'm not going to say anything more about that. But and yeah, Venom. A lot of people wore Venom. A lot of people wore Venom at one point or another. And there's a funny scene. I will tell you this because it's in the commercials. There's a funny scene where Venom is fighting Eddie, and Venom has come out of him and uses his head, and they're talking to each other. And Venom is angry at Eddie and bashes him right in the face, and he says, "You broke my nose." And Venom says, "Well, let me fix that." The advantage of the symbiote inhabiting your body is he cures you more or less, or heals you, or however you would say that. So he's literally like, "Let me fix that," just like a break it again. So it was interesting that if you caught that, it was it was reminding you that the symbiote heals one of the characters that um, Venom occupied was Eddie's girlfriend, and I think who had cancer, right, in the comics, and by him inhabiting her, it cured her cancer. If I remember correctly, that was what that story was on the female Venom for that. So along the lines of how many people inhabited Venom, and they um, touched on that also in the first Venom movie. So go see the movie if you're a Venom fan. Definitely go see the movie. There you go. That's the name of the other Life Foundation um, symbiotes: Toxin, Screech, the Anti Venom. There's green. There was like two women and four guys that were part of the team. And if I remember correctly, they were soldiers. So they'd used, if I remember correctly. So, diehard Venom fans, I don't know if you're going to get your answer from this movie. But watch the end credits scene. Most important part about the whole movie. I kid you not. I kid you not. For real. I mean that. Sincerely. I'll say this. The audience erupted in cheering at the end credit scene. And you have to think to yourself, there's nobody from the movie house, there's nobody from Sony sitting in that movie. The actors aren't there, the director isn't there. None of the people that were responsible for creating the movie were there. They're not going to hear your cheering and applauding. Why do we do it? Because we're extremely enthused, and we want the other moviegoers to know that we are extremely enthused. And so the entire audience just erupted in applause and cheering. So take that for whatever it's worth. Keep that in mind. And go see the movie and stick around for the end credit scene. Thor got cancer being Lady Thor. What? Bullseye Spider-Man movie. What's going on, Matt? How you doing? All right, let's light this girl up. Let's light her up. Top comes off real easy. I just pulled on just right there. There's no real, I don't see really any real fingernail place, but any place you can get where you can just get that. This is the top piece. That's where it comes off of. Where's my little screwdriver set? God. Come on. There we go. This will work. I hope. Oh no. Where's my little screwdriver set? It's a crying shame when you've lost stuff and there's no one in the house to blame for it. Nobody came here, touched anything, moved anything, did anything with anything but me. Well, let's try the hot toy screwdriver. What do you think? Will it do the job? Oh, you've seen the end scene. Don't do that. Don't talk about it. Don't see the end scene. It's really the saving grace for the movie. Okay? You want to be able to walk out of there happy. And the end scene will freaking light you right up. So don't go watch it. Wait till you see it at the end of the movie. Halloween. Oh, jeez. The Halloween movie. Yeah. It's an interesting trailer, isn't it? Just let it burn. Let it burn. Please let it burn. Oh, definitely going to see the Spidey movie too. Ma. Yeah, that's Ma. The sorcerer. He's called Infamous is the company, and they called him Space Wizard. If you can track one down, that's Ebony Maw. The other one that's is out is or has been announced and pre-ordered is Proximus Proxima. Oh, geez, what the hell's her name? I agree. I agree. There should have been an unhelmeted Pepper. What in the absolute hell? I've been begging for a new Pepper for years. I mean, for real. And they totally blew it. They totally blew it. Totally. Somebody told me that there's a third-party manufacturer out there that makes a decent Pepperhead. I couldn't find it. So, yeah, Hot Toys blew it. That's starting to become the Hot Toys motto. Hot Toys blew it. Okay, so we got two AG1 LR621s, right? Two? Three. Three AG1 LR621s. Don't leave your batteries in these figures. Don't. You will be sorry. These batteries, they dissolve apart and they will rot your electronic components. So if you put your batteries into your figure, take them out. They're only going to last a couple hours anyhow. So put them in, play with them, take your snapshots, show your friends, whatever it is you're doing, and then take them out. You will be sorry if you don't. You will be sorry. Come on, what did I do wrong here? I enjoyed Shang-Chi and the Ten Rings. That was good. And I enjoyed how they fixed Ben Kingsley's Mandarin character. They did a good job with that. If you missed that first part of the show, I talked about that. That was the other movie I'd seen. And I started watching Aquaman. So far, Wonder Woman has been the best DC Extended Universe movie that I've seen. And I would have to say Aquaman is not beating that title. I'm not saying Aquaman was bad, okay? I'm just saying that it's not doing, it's not beating Wonder Woman at this point. It's not going to beat Wonder Woman as far as being, I hate to say it, the best DC Extended Universe movie so far that I've seen. So, it's a little disappointed with Aquaman so far. And I've seen it in the theaters. So, it could have been better. Could have been better. All right. So now what we got, the next one is the back. And it says that this piece comes out, replaced with this piece. How does that even happen? Attached indicator armor plate is shown. Unscrew and open. As it doesn't show as shown. It doesn't show where to pry on it. Ooh. There's more wings here. I found 2 more wings. There's more wings than I thought here. Thought there was just 4. There's 6. 6 wings in there. 6 wings. And now I can see where this comes out of, because it was hidden under these 2 wings right here. I thought I was supposed to be prying on this. I'm looking at this. I'm like, that doesn't look right. It's right here. So it's not this piece. It's above that. It's not this piece. It's above that. It comes right out once you get these 2 little wings up. And now I got to try to use this little screwdriver. Take this out with these wings in the way. Oh, Jesus. And they tighten the hell out of these screws, right? Oh, no, this will come out pretty easy. The one in the helmet was tightened the hell out of. The battery door, and this takes 3 AG3 LR41s, so the big batteries in her box. Denobi 2 Kit Bash, the Pepper Potts head from the old release on a Fison neck part, and it looks awesome. It's in his rescue review video. I love Denobi. He's clever, does great reviews. He's a good guy. And very happy for him. And I, however, wouldn't choose a Fison for Pepper, because Pepper is extremely A-cup. And Fisons are not A-cup. I would choose a Jow Doll for Pepper, for fact. I have my Pepper that came with the Mark 9. I love her. But I wouldn't see the need to Fison her, because okay, let me take that back. With the outfit that they provide her in, I wouldn't see the need to. Now, if you were to put her into a nice little cocktail dress or a short little mini dress or something on that line, yeah, Fison the hell out of her. And again, we can use the term Fison so to represent any type of a kit bashing of a seamless figure, because Fison no longer calls themselves Fison, they call themselves TB League. So I guess you could say we're going to Fison this and then use a Jow Doll or any number of the other companies that have made seamless figures in the past, or might even be making them now. But it definitely wouldn't be a TB League figure that I would use for Pepper. It would definitely be a Jow Doll, one of the flat, smaller breasted ones. That's what I would recommend. So if you're going to put her in a dress or something along that line, maybe shorts, yeah, go for it. But not if you're just going to keep her in the same outfit as she came in, her pants and white shirt. What's the point? Same thing with my Michelle here. My MJ, I say sarcastically. She comes with this skirt, and that was the question that I had when I unboxed her. I bought 2 of them so I could pose her in both of her outfits. Was how far does the skirt go? If the skirt's above the knees and we can see the knees, then we're going to fasten her. If the skirt's below the knees, we can't see the knees, then we're not. There's no point in it. And it goes below the knees, so there's no point in it. So I'm not going to fasten MJ. Now, Joy here definitely benefits from being fastened because of the knees. See your knees. Big batteries, small compartment, tight spring. And the what if was interesting. It was a good one. Very interesting. So there's an attachment for this, which works with this. So I'm going to put this one on here. I'm going to put the battery door on. Can I still turn this on with this on? No, I can't. Gosh dang it. Let's put the battery door on. Gosh dang it. I don't want the batteries to fall out. These little pieces here will hold the battery door in there until we get this on there. So I want to put this on here, but I want to light it all up beforehand. So we got the back, which does the chest. Let's make sure it works. Oh, come on. Come on. Are you kidding me right now? Please don't tell me I have a faulty pepper. God, please don't tell me I have a faulty pepper. Batteries are proper polarization. They're in there properly. Compressed in there properly. Okay, the other light's on. So what the hell did I do different? Oh my God. So the batteries in here are loose. And just giving them a little wiggle. It's all it takes to break that connection. So the spring is tight, or for whatever reason, the bottom contact of where the battery goes, the little point, which is supposed to touch the centerpiece of the positive portion of the battery. Isn't necessarily high enough so that when the battery wiggles, it still maintains contact to that bottom piece. So if you have a problem by putting your batteries in here and the light doesn't come on, give it a little wiggle and you'll notice that the light will come on because it's not making contact with that metal plate on the bottom here, which is supposed to be the battery's being pressed into with the spring. So great design, piss poor execution. Good job, Hot Toys. Good job. Good job. Good job. Swear to God, there was a time when the term Hot Toys quality meant something. It's starting to mean something else. I found it easiest to pry this up from the wrist, pull it up towards the elbow. It's this piece right here that comes off of her forearm for the battery. And it is two AG1 LR621, same ones in the helmet and same ones that will go in the thigh. Three will go into the thigh, just as three went into the helmet. And so I want to point out that LEDs normally require 4.3 or 4.5 volts. So when they're using only two, they're only pumping it with 3 volts. So it's not going to be a very bright light, right? An LED will light with 3 volts. Save all, Mason! How's it going, man? Don't let it. My Iron Mans don't ever even know if the lights work. I have had my Whiplash Mark II and a Mark 21 and a Mark III diecast, and I know there's a couple I'm forgetting that all had electrical issues. Kid you not. I wish I wasn't. I wish I wasn't. Oh, God damn it. I just dropped that to the floor, which means the screw's probably God knows where. Now, mind you, I have extra screws in my screwdriver box, which I don't know where it is. What a conundrum that is. I have a magnet that wheels around for picking up little things like this too. I have no idea what I did with my magnet. Thank the Lord the screw's still in it. All right. Last one's on the thighs. Appears to be this big piece right here. I took it apart by peeling from the back. And I still wish they'd done this with the Iron Spider. First one from Avengers Infinity War. Hot Toys. And with Mysterio. Because both of them were lit up in their suits. And they did not put lights for them. I wish they did, truthfully. I really do. I like on the little battery door, it tells you what it is. LR621 times 3. I've had to keep these instruction manuals at the ready. Can't get to them right now. In case I ever wanted to light one of these up to learn what the battery was and or even where the batteries went. So it's nice to see the battery type written on the door, the battery door of the figure. That's nice. What am I doing? Is this one using? Oh, Suicide Squad's coming out in a couple weeks. Another movie coming out soon, right? I think the actor that played Flag is reprising his role, and I think the actress that played Harley Quinn is reprising her role. Is that right? And that's it. It's the only one's carried over. They should have brought Will Smith back. I don't know if it's they're retelling the original story or if it's supposed to be a new story. I don't know. The Suicide Squad was a mess. Jeez. All right, last battery. Come on. Oh, a new Matrix is coming out. A new Matrix is coming out. Oh my goodness. That looks exciting. That looks really interesting. Really looking forward to that. I didn't see, oh God, help me out, Hugo Weaving in it, however, which disappointed me. Um, I don't know what's up with Hugo. If he's done with all of that, if he's done with acting, he didn't reprise his role as Red Skull in the Marvel movies. I don't know if he's done acting or what's going on with him. So he played Agent Smith, obviously. He played Red Skull in Captain America. He played um, Elrond in Lord of the Rings. I mean, he's played absolutely classic, iconic characters. So I was really hoping to see him make an appearance in this latest installment of the Matrix story. It appears he does not. And that's disappointing. Agent Smith. You even help your neighbor take out her garbage. All right, got the batteries in. Let's kill the lights. Oh, I just discovered something really neat about this too. Ooh, that's neat. Oh, that's cool. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Oh. So just the batteries on the calves or the ankles. Lights, I mean. Looks pretty cool, huh? I love all these lights. I love them all. She looks great. And in the future, when we can power our figures, she would definitely be one that you would want to be able to power up. For fact. Let's put this back piece on. Put these on her. Pretty easy to figure out which one it is. It's the one with the slot in it. And I just realized that these little wings pull out. So when you push them down, you push them in. And it's all four of them work in that manner. It's pretty cool. I don't remember that being the case on any of the Iron Man figures. You know, his suits. I mean, yeah, granted, the Mark 7 did pull out 20, 21, 8, or well, 9. But this one seems to be designed to stay in, whereas those pulled out and pulled out. It comes with instructions on how to put this together, but if I remember correctly, it was already put together, wasn't it? Sorry, I don't remember. Very flimsy, very flimsy. The wings can be down when this goes in. Probably easier when they're down, when it's down, to put it in. And then you can pose these should you feel so inclined. They bend backwards even. So that's one way they can be used in such manner. The other way is to pull this whole piece off of this back support, slide it onto this here. It does not appear to be a top and a bottom. All right. I'm going to attach the centerpiece of the fire effect accessory. Use the indicated hands to hold the effect accessory in the direction as shown. So it's the, I don't know, I would call them the Mark IV hands because they're kind of a, like that instead of a this. They're kind of a that is what you're supposed to use to hold this with, evidently. There's paw marks on it. So you can put her little fingers in there. Fits pretty snugly for the most part. That's how they go. I don't remember if I ordered 2 of these peppers. I wished I did, if I didn't. The light's not powerful enough to light up this fire effect. I think that's what they call it. You're going to definitely want to open up these wrist flaps here when putting this on her. All right, I've got her stretched out here. Um, the wrist flaps really need to be open. It fell closed, but the finger started coming out as soon as it fell closed on it. So the wrist flaps need to be open. For a fact. She's kind of holding it by accident. uh, I would like to believe that there is actual some thought that went to this, because it appears that there is, but she's really not holding it very well. She is holding it. It's a neat effect. But she's really not holding it that well. And that's kind of what you get there. And yeah, if you keep finagling with it, you're going to probably get it better and better and better. If you really feel so inclined, throw some glue in there. Wouldn't recommend doing that. So for worst case, last ditch efforts or worst case scenarios. But no, the light's not powerful enough to light that ball up. Unfortunately, hate to say it. So that's Pepper. I'll take the batteries out after the show. I'm not going to spend the rest of the show taking the batteries out. I'll turn them off. All right, there's that. There she is. Love her. I want to know what's in these other two boxes. Really do. I need to rebuild. I need to build my Joy. I need to do Michelle Johnson. I do want to see what's in these boxes. This one came from I think this came from 1/6 Outfitters. Don't remember. Whoever's in Burlington, New Jersey. Oh, nice. All right. So this is my other vision, Reinventing Man. So I can put this together as the Halloween costume, which is a throwback to the old comic Vision. So that's what this is. If I remember correctly, I was pretty pleased with the vision for the most part. Made by Flashpoint. It's called Vissus. I think another one is Reinventing Man. I think is another name that he goes by. So, yeah, got this. So we can put Venom, or Vision, in his green and yellow Halloween costume. And the other box I got came from 1/6 Outfitters. So maybe that one didn't come from 1/6 Outfitters. It was packaged differently. Maybe they both came from 1/6 Outfitters and just happened to be packaged differently. Oh, what is this? Well, well, well. The brand new 2012 Captain America from Avengers Endgame. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Oh, boy, oh, boy. Oh, man, I don't need to be opening this up. I say as I continue to open it up. We have Cap on a neck. Can I put him in here? Oh, God. Please let it be. The box has been crushed. Thank you, UPS, for delivering a quality product. Oh. Two shields, 3-piece busted up one. Nice. Oh, we got Thor's hammer. We've got the compass that Captain Carter gave him. Peggy Carter. Oh man, 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 oh man. Okay, this doesn't look like a 2012 Captain America because he's black and gray. Was this Cap that went back in time? Couldn't have been. Well, certainly wasn't the one. I mean, went back in time at the end of Endgame. Couldn't have been. And also, it's definitely not the Captain America that went back in the beginning of Endgame, back to New York 2012. But what I'm looking forward to is this gem right here. That I'm hoping will fit in here because we took a head and put it into my See that silver popping up there on his waist? I don't think that should be coming apart, should it? Anyhow. Giraffe Neck. Gosh darn Giraffe Neck. I'm not giving up on this. Not. Come on, Headless Cap, stand up. See what happens when we take this little neck piece out. Scrunch neck. I need a neck about yay big. We will continue on with Cap some other time. I gotta figure out what the deal is with this cloth cap for Cap. Do you know anything about that? I don't. I don't. I'm sorry, I don't. We will continue with this piece later. For fact. So thanks guys for tuning in. Let me read up on the chat here, see what I missed while I was running my mouth. Oh my goodness, you guys are terrible. Let's see, where are we at? We got a lot backed up on here. Pose Ma in the hernia pose when he's in outer space. Don't know what that one was. Yeah, I try not to buy 600 up figures. Yeah, no doubt. Um, yes, I like them that, but that's just way too much for a figure. Yeah, you're talking about $510 for Carnage, or justify $200 and under. Yeah, true. What did you stay at the price for 1/6? Yeah. Hell, even the NECA figures are going for $200 nowadays. My goodness. That's why we love you, Siri. Good to know. Pepper gets Jow body. Got it. Not Fison. Yeah, Fison's just they're just not small enough breasts. Pepper's like an A chest. No, what I meant was he had only a neck part and put it under rescue armor. Oh, so he took the head sculpt from the Mark 9 and put Pepper's head on the rescue. He only had a neck part and put it in the rescue armor, as you can't use the neck part of the rescue and put a normal head on it. It looks giraffe, right? So he didn't do a Pepper Fison. He did a Pepper head sculpt on the rescue. Nice. All right, type of adapter. Had that problem with neck on my Judge Dredd Stallone. Yeah, keep asking the second one. Gonna have to check out the Novi's Pepper video. Hey Siri, what's going on? Save on my phone. I don't light up any of my Ironmans. Okay, I figure why bother. I burn out anyway. Here the guys. Give her a little eagle. Woohoo! Matt says I caved and watched. I can't wait to see the future. Oh man, you're terrible. Got too many kids to hit the theater. I can't wait to stream Venom whenever it drops. What do you mean too many kids? Just lost me. Isn't Venom 2 on Disney Plus too? I don't know. It is a Sony movie, not a Disney movie. Venom is Spider-Man. It's owned by Sony Productions. He's part of the Marvel Universe that isn't owned by Disney, and Venom is part of that. So I would assume not on Disney, Venom. I would assume not on Disney. Well, that thing actually picked up that tiny screw. Yeah, yep, I love this. I love this, man. My friend Shartimus, when his wife was pregnant with his first child, and he had a last birthday bash, more or less, because he knew that his life was going to become that of a father, and he wouldn't be able to do the irresponsible things of going out and just hanging out with his friends. When he had his last birthday bash, and I knew that Charlita was pregnant, when I attended his birthday party, this is what I gave him for his birthday, among a few other things. And he says, "What the hell am I going to do with this?" And I said, "In a few more weeks, Charlita is going to need this, and you're going to be very pleased to give it to her so she can pick stuff up when she's fully pregnant with your first one." And so, yeah, it's really neat. There's a different quality of them, but sure enough, these little suction cups are not really suction cups. They don't suction cup anything, but they will pick up, gosh, a dime off the floor, little screws, anything. It's amazing. And these are like $10 at Harbor Freight Tools. I got a lot of them. They break a lot, so when I go there, I buy like 3 or 4 at a time. The little screws come off of the little suction cups. And it's just a rubber suction cup, so you really can't screw it back in. You can try to glue it. It's not going to work. Just go buy $10 on a new one. I think they sell the suction cup replacements at Ace Hardware even. Just put Ebony Maw in a thong. What? Yeah, you're gourd. I got a second body for my Mysterio now. I have two fire elements. Base. Oh, nice. Nice. Whoa, nice. Nice. That's beautiful, Savon. Suicide Squad came out last month in theaters. It what? And HBO Max, Amanda Waller is all the same actress. I really did enjoy the movie. Suicide Squad's out? Are you kidding me? Make sure you get right neck, hand, foot adapters. Yes. It's always a pain making sure everything fits. Yes, absolutely. Watch Endgame again. The look at Strange, then look at Strange's face at Tony's funeral. He knew that Tony was going to die. Of course he did. Remember when he was over there going through, I don't remember what it was, 3,452,713 or something versions of the multiverse, and there was only one that they won in. And Tony's like, which one? And he's like, I can't tell you because if I tell you, it won't happen. And so he did kind of tell him at that moment when Strange is out there doing his thing, and he goes, that was his cue to Tony that this was the right thing to do. Is that what you mean? That he knew that he was going to die? Is that what you mean? Thomas, good morning. You're right on time, man. Right on time. Lights are great. I agree. Lights look really great. And it lights up. No, what I meant was the only two had an upper neck, chest part from a broken Fison. Okay? And put it in the rescue armor, as you can't use the neck part of the rescue armor and put a normal head on it, and it looks great. All right, so now I think I still don't understand, but I'm going to try to understand. Sounds to me like what you're saying is took the head off, took the neck out, jeez, had a Fison figure that was broken, took the neck off of the seamless Fison figure, and somehow attached it to this here. How in the heck did he do that? Gonna have to check that out. For real. Did he just take the skin off and then just had this piece on here? Isn't this part of the skeleton? Did it screw into anything? I mean, how did it connect to this? I'm confused and intrigued, and I'm now really wanting to go see the Nanobi video to see what the hell it was he did. That sounds awesome. I love Nanobi. Man, if I had an opportunity to go meet him, I would. I would gladly, if he would allow me, spend some time with him. He seems to be a really good guy. I've talked with him on occasion, not in person, but through communication, electronic communication. He seems to be like a really nice guy. I respect him. Love his videos. He's pretty smart. Suicide Squad is out. How the hell did I not see that? Are you sure? Certainly wasn't an offering at the theater. August 6th. Son of a bitch. the hell did that happen? We're in October now. Jesus. So it's not in the theaters anymore. It's a problem, right? Let's go to Fandango. In theaters on August 5th. Not in theaters now. Well, well, well. At least not in the theater that I'm looking at. It might be in one of the second run movies, theaters. Not in the one I'm looking at. So it might still be out there somewhere. God, I gotta track that down now. I got some movies I gotta watch. Ugh. Those neck ball joints are a pain in the ass. I've broken so many neck connections because that damn ball joint was either way too big or way too small. True. True. Rue, thanks for sharing. You're welcome, Thomas. Did you sell the van? I did. About, gosh, almost 2 months now ago. Giraffe neck. Yeah, the dreaded giraffe neck. Need to buy more different types of neck adapters. For fact. Later, Toys Mafia. Thank you, man. Thank you. Damn, is that? No, thank you, good sir. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Only that part from the Fison, he cut it off. The neck of the rescue is too long. Gives you I got you. Trying to figure out how you attach the neck to them. I'm going to check that out. No. Enjoy sharing. So thank you very much, Jake. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Did you see the ZD Toys Mark 7 diecast? About 6-inch figure looks good. I did, but I don't collect 1/12 scale figures unless it's like Ant-Man or something to that effect, which is a multi-scalable figure. Then I'll track down those and will only spend my money on them if they're done in a manner which reflects the proper scheme of the figure in 1/6 scale. Because I've spent some money on Ant-Man figures that didn't match properly. It's a waste, absolute waste. Yes, it's out. Gosh, Thomas, my goodness. You can stream it easy. Oh, okay, well, good. I'll do that. I'll watch the rest of the DC Universe as I get there, and I will stream it then at that point and give you all a review on that. James Gunn's Suicide Squad here. Here I yeah, right. I'm with you. So I got to do some catching up on the DC Extended Universe before I get there. Like I said, I'm on Aquaman now, so I don't know how many more I got to go to get to Suicide Squad. So thanks, guys, for tuning in. Sorry I kept you guys the next 15 minutes. Looks like most of y'all helped out. You got the meat of it. I was just going over reviews, which you've already read. Comments, which you've already read. And like, subscribe, share. Check me out. I'll be here every Saturday unless something happens. I think I've only missed maybe 2 or 3 Saturdays ever since starting doing this. And what year did I start doing the Saturday shows? 2017, I think. So, and if you wish to help out the channel, if you want to give me a tip, you want to throw $1 my way, I have a Patreon, www.patreon.com, patreon.com/SIRIEMERALD. Throw $1 my way. You know, I have enough money to pay for my toys. Okay, I'm not pandering to you guys saying, "Oh, if you don't pay me, I'm not going to be able to do the show." I'm doing the show whether I've got money coming in for the show or not. I do the show because I enjoy you guys. I enjoy talking with you guys. I enjoy socializing with you guys. I enjoy talking. But if you'd like to throw $1 my way, $5 my way, $100 my way, you can do that at patreon.com. I've got nothing to give you. I just said my eternal gratitude. Absolutely. And I'm already pretty reachable as it is. And many of you have reached out to me, and some of you have been very generous. So thank you very much, those of you who have been very generous. You are really in a special place in my heart. That's absolute truth. So thanks. I will cut you all loose. Thank you very much for tuning in. And I enjoyed the Saturday, spending my Saturdays with you, Sundays for some of you. Have a good week. You too. Have a great week. Thank you very much. Thanks next time. Awesome. Have a great week, everyone in chat. You beautiful. And oh, Free Guy. Yeah. I seen that. Did a review on my last week's episode that we talked about because I seen it. And go watch that if you want to hear what I think about Free Guy. And enjoy it. Enjoy Free Guy. I will get you all later on the next video. Peace.